Chosen one, stop. Do not scroll. Do not swipe. Do not close this window. God waited for this moment. Not because he forgot you. Because he was preparing you. He waited through the silence. He waited through the tears. He waited through the confusion. He waited through the nights when you thought he had abandoned you. He waited through the moments when you questioned if your prayers were heard. He waited through the seasons when nothing made sense. He waited because he had something to tell you. Something he could not tell you before. Something you were not ready to hear. Something that would have destroyed you if you had received it too early. But now, you are ready. The waiting is over. The silence is breaking. The moment has arrived. God waited for this moment to tell you everything. Not pieces. Not fragments. Not hints. Everything. The truth about your past. The truth about your present. The truth about your future. The truth about who you really are. The truth about why things happened the way they did. The truth about what is coming next. Everything. Chosen one, listen carefully. Archangel Michael is standing behind you right now. His sword is drawn. His wings are spread. His eyes are fixed on you. In his hands, he holds a scroll. Not a new scroll. An ancient scroll. A scroll that has been kept in the throne room of God since before you were born. On that scroll, everything God has been waiting to tell you is written. He has been holding this scroll for years. Waiting for the right moment. Waiting for you to be strong enough to receive it. Waiting for the distractions to clear. Waiting for your heart to soften. Waiting for your ears to open. He could have told you earlier. But you would not have believed it. You would have rejected it. You would have run from it. You would have been crushed by the weight of it. So he waited. Not because he wanted to hurt you. Because he wanted to save you. Not because he was angry. Because he was loving you. Not because he forgot. Because he was preparing you. And now, the waiting is over. God waited for this moment to tell you everything. You have been asking why. Why did this happen? Why did that person leave? Why did that door close? Why did that prayer go unanswered? Why did I have to suffer? Why did I have to wait so long? The answers are coming. Not vague answers. Specific answers. Answers that will make sense of the pain. Answers that will redeem the suffering. Answers that will show you that nothing was wasted. Every tear had a purpose. Every delay had a reason. Every closed door was a protection. Every betrayal was a redirection. Every loss was a positioning. God waited for this moment to tell you everything. Not because he wanted you to suffer. Because he wanted you to be ready to receive the truth. 10 seconds. 9 to 8, 7 to 6, 5 to 4, 3 to 2, 1. Type, I am ready for the truth in the comments right now. Seal your position. Subscribe to Divine Seal. Everything is about to be revealed. You have been living with questions. Questions that kept you up at night. Questions that haunted your thoughts. Questions that made you doubt. Questions that made you question your faith, your worth, your purpose. Why did God let that happen? Why didn't he answer that prayer? Why did he seem silent when I needed him most? The answers are coming. Not because you deserve them. Because you need them. Not because you earned them. Because you are ready for them. God waited for this moment. Not to punish you. To protect you. If he had told you everything earlier, you would not have been able to handle it. The truth would have broken you before you were strong enough to carry it. But now, you are strong enough. Not because you stopped struggling. Because you kept going. Not because you never doubted. Because you never gave up. Not because you had all the answers. Because you kept trusting. And that trust, that persistence, that faith, it has brought you to this moment. The moment God has been waiting for. The moment when he can finally tell you everything. Type, I am ready for the truth in the comments. Party 2, the reasons for the waiting. Chosen one, let me tell you why God waited. Why he seemed silent. Why he seemed distant. Why he seemed to delay his answers. Not because he was indifferent. Because he was intentional. Reason 1, you were not ready. The truth would have destroyed you earlier. Not because the truth is bad. Because you are not strong enough to carry it. Like a building that needs a foundation before the weight is added. Like a tree that needs deep roots before the storm comes. God was building your foundation. He was deepening your roots. He was preparing you for the weight of the truth. You wanted answers before you were ready. You wanted clarity before you were strong. You wanted revelation before you were prepared. But God loves you too much to give you what you cannot handle. So He waited. Reason 2, the distractions were too loud. You were surrounded by noise. Voices telling you who to be. Opinions shaping your decisions. Fears clouding your judgment. Desires pulling you in different directions. God could not tell you everything because you would not have heard Him. The noise was too loud. The distractions were too many. So He waited. He removed the noise. He silenced the voices. He cleared the distractions. He created a space where you could finally hear Him. Reason 3, you were looking in the wrong places. You were searching for answers in people, in circumstances, in achievements, in possessions. You were looking for validation from those who could not give it. You were seeking approval from those who were not qualified to grant it. God could not tell you everything because you were not looking at Him. So He waited. He redirected your gaze. He removed the false sources of validation. He showed you that only He has the answers you need. Reason 4, your heart was not soft enough. You were hardened by disappointment, bitter by betrayal, closed off by pain. Your heart had walls that even you could not see. God could not tell you everything because your heart was not ready to receive it. The seeds of truth would have fallen on hard ground and been stolen away. So He waited. He softened your heart. He healed your wounds. He broke down the walls. He prepared the soil of your soul to receive the truth. Reason 5, the timing had to be perfect. There is a season for everything. A time for silence. A time for speaking. A time for waiting. A time for revealing. God was orchestrating events, people, circumstances, and opportunities to align perfectly. If He had told you everything too early, the alignment would have been off. The pieces would not have fit. The blessing would have been delayed. So He waited. He aligned everything. He prepared everyone. He set the stage for this moment. Chosen one, do you see? The waiting was not punishment. It was preparation. The silence was not abandonment. It was protection. The delay was not denial. It was positioning. God waited for this moment to tell you everything. Not because He was late. Because He was right on time. Type, I trust your timing in the comments. Party 3, the 7 things God has been waiting to tell you, 1000 Mo's. Chosen one, Archangel Michael has revealed the 7 things God has been waiting to tell you. The 7 truths that have been held in reserve. The 7 revelations that will change everything. Read them. Receive them. Let them settle in your spirit. 1. Your pain had a purpose. Every tear you cried was not wasted. Every sleepless night was not meaningless. Every moment of suffering was not random. God was using your pain to shape you, strengthen you, and prepare you for what is coming. The pain was not punishment. It was preparation. The struggle was not rejection. It was training. 2. Your delays were divine protection. The prayers that seemed unanswered were actually protecting you. The doors that remained closed were keeping you safe. The opportunities that passed you by were sparing you from disaster. God was not ignoring you. He was shielding you from what you could not see. 3. Your enemies were never fighting you. They thought they were fighting you. They were not. They were fighting the God inside you. And they lost. Every attack that was meant to destroy you actually strengthened you. Every lie that was meant to isolate you actually positioned you. Every scheme that was meant to trap you actually freed you. 4. Your identity is not what you thought. You are not who they said you are. You are not what your failures defined you as. You are not what your past labeled you. You are a child of God, a chosen one, a warrior, a seer, a healer, a royalty, a destiny fulfiller. You have always been more than you knew. 5. Your future is greater than your past. What is coming is bigger than what has been. The best days are not behind you. They are ahead of you. The blessings you have been praying for are closer than you think. The doors that have been closed are about to open. The breakthrough you have been waiting for is about to arrive. 6. You were never alone. Even in the silence, I was there. Even in the darkness, I was watching. Even when you felt abandoned, I was holding you. You were never alone. Not for a single moment. Not in a single tear. Not in a single prayer. I was with you. Always. 7. This moment is your turning point. Everything changes now. Not because your circumstances have changed. Because you have changed. Because you are finally ready to hear the truth. Because you are finally ready to receive what has been held for you. The waiting is over. The silence is breaking. The revelation is here. Chosen one, these 7 things are not new messages. They are the truths you have been waiting to hear. The answers you have been praying for. The clarity you have been seeking. God waited for this moment to tell you everything. Now you know why. Party 4, the 3 signs that the revelation is here. Chosen one, heaven knows you have been waiting for proof. You have been waiting for confirmation that the waiting is really over. You have been waiting for a sign that God is finally speaking. Archangel Michael gives you 3 signs that the revelation is here. Sign 1, within 24 hours. You will experience a sudden clarity. Something that has been confusing you for months, maybe years, will suddenly make sense. A situation you could not understand will become clear. A relationship that puzzled you will reveal its purpose. A question that haunted you will find its answer. Archangel Michael says, this is the fog lifting. This is the confusion clearing. This is the revelation beginning. Do not dismiss this clarity as coincidence. It is heaven removing the veil. Sign 2, within 48 hours. Someone will confirm what you are reading. A friend, a stranger, a video, a song, a conversation. They will say something that echoes these words. They will speak directly to something you have been questioning. They will not know they are confirming, but they are. Archangel Michael says, this confirmation is not random. It is heaven verifying that the waiting is over. Do not ignore it. Do not brush it off. Receive it as the sign you asked for. Sign 3, within 72 hours. You will have a dream. Not a normal dream. A dream with weight. A dream that feels more real than waking life. A dream that you will not be able to forget. A dream that will stay with you. In that dream, you will see a glimpse of what God has been waiting to tell you. Archangel Michael says, this dream is not your imagination. It is not your subconscious processing. It is a message from heaven. Write it down. Remember it. It is for you. When you see these 3 signs, do not announce them loudly. Do not post about them on social media. Do not call everyone you know. Just say thank you. Quietly. Sincerely. Secretly. Say, I see the signs, Lord. The waiting is over. The revelation is here. I am ready to receive everything you have been waiting to tell me. Your gratitude opens the door wider. Your doubt closes it. Your attention accelerates the revelation. Your distraction delays it. Chosen one, the signs are coming. The waiting is over. The revelation is here. Type I see the signs in the comments. Party 5, the 6 things you must stop doing now. Chosen one, you have been doing things that block the revelation. Things that keep you from hearing what God has been waiting to tell you. Things that delay the answers you have been seeking. Archangel Michael says, stop these 6 things. Immediately. 1. Stop asking why and start trusting that. You have been stuck in why. Why did this happen? Why didn't God answer? Why did I have to suffer? The why has kept you trapped in the past. It has kept you focused on what you cannot change. It has kept you from moving forward. Stop asking why. Start trusting that God had a purpose. Start believing that nothing was wasted. Start accepting that you may never understand everything, but you can trust the one who does. 2. Stop replaying the painful memories. The tape keeps playing in your mind. What they said. What they did. How they hurt you. How they left you. How they betrayed you. Every time you replay it, you wound yourself. You keep the pain fresh. You keep the wound open. Stop replaying. The past is closed. The chapter is over. The pain is not your future. Let the tape go. Let the memories fade. Let the wounds heal. 3. Stop listening to voices that are not from God. You have been listening to the wrong voices. the enemy's whispers, the critic's opinions, the doubter's predictions, the fearful's warnings. These voices have been feeding you lies. They have been keeping you stuck. They have been blocking the revelation. Stop listening. Tune out the noise. Turn down the volume on voices that are not from God. Only His voice brings peace. Only His voice brings clarity. Only His voice brings truth. 4. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. You have been waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances, the perfect feelings, the perfect certainty. You have been waiting for everything to line up before you move forward. Stop waiting. Perfect conditions never come. The perfect moment is an illusion. The only moment you have is now. Move forward imperfectly. Move forward uncertainly. Move forward anyway. 5. Stop letting fear make your decisions. Fear has been driving your choices. Fear of making a mistake. Fear of being hurt again. Fear of disappointing others. Fear of the unknown. Fear of failure. Fear of success. Fear has been running your life. Stop letting fear decide. Fear is a liar. Fear is a thief. Fear is not from God. God has not given you a spirit of fear. He has given you power, love, and a sound mind. Choose those instead. 6. Stop doubting that God is speaking to you. You have been doubting whether God really speaks, whether He really guides, whether He really reveals. You have been questioning whether the whispers are real or just your imagination. Stop doubting. God is speaking. He has been speaking all along. You just were not listening. You were too distracted, too busy, too afraid, too doubtful. But now, you are listening. And He is speaking. Type, "I am listening now" in the comments. Party 6. The 3 things you must start doing now. Chosen one, you have been doing the wrong things long enough. Now it is time to start doing the right things. Archangel Michael gives you 3 things to start immediately. 1. Start believing that the waiting was worth it. The waiting was not wasted. The silence was not empty. The delay was not denial. Start believing that God knew what He was doing. Start trusting that every moment had a purpose. Start declaring that the waiting was worth it. Say it out loud, "The waiting was not wasted. God was preparing me. The silence was not abandonment. God was protecting me. The delay was not denial. God was positioning me. I trust His timing. I trust His plan. I trust His love." 2. Start expecting revelation. Do not just hope for answers. Expect them. Do not just wish for clarity. Expect it. Do not just pray for understanding. Expect it. Expectation is not arrogance. It is faith. It is believing that God will do what He promised. Every morning say, "God, I expect you to speak to me today. I expect clarity. I expect revelation. I expect answers. I am listening. I am ready. I am expecting." Expectation opens the door. Expectation invites heaven. Expectation accelerates the revelation. 3. Start living like the waiting is over. You have been living in survival mode. Waiting for things to change. Waiting for answers to come. Waiting for life to begin. Waiting for the waiting to end. Stop waiting. Start living. The waiting is over. Not because your circumstances have changed. Because you have changed. Because you are finally ready to receive. Because God is finally speaking. Live like the revelation is already here. Live like the answers are already coming. Live like the waiting was worth it. Live like your future is bright. Live like God is good. Live like you are chosen. Type, "I am done waiting" in the comments. Party 7. The 7 things God is revealing right now. Chosen one, Archangel Michael has revealed the 7 specific things God is revealing to you in this moment. The 7 truths that have been held back. The 7 answers you have been waiting for. Read them. Receive them. Let them change everything. 1. Why you had to wait. God is revealing that the waiting was not punishment. It was protection. There were people who would have sabotaged your blessing. There were circumstances that would have destroyed your faith. There were truths you were not ready to carry. The waiting saved your life. It saved your destiny. It saved your future. 2. Why they left. God is revealing that the people who left were never meant to stay. They were not part of your future. They were not part of your assignment. They were not part of your destiny. Their leaving was not rejection. It was removal. God cleared them out to make room for what is coming. 3. Why the doors closed. God is revealing that every closed door was a redirection. What you thought was a loss was actually a saving. Those doors led to places that would have harmed you. Those opportunities would have delayed your destiny. Those paths would have led you away from your purpose. The closed doors were not failures. They were favors. 4. Why you felt alone. God is revealing that the loneliness was not abandonment. It was intimacy. He drew you away from the crowd so he could speak to you alone. He silenced the noise so you could hear his voice. He isolated you so he could reveal himself to you. The loneliness was not punishment. It was pursuit. 5. Why the prayers seemed unanswered. God is revealing that the unanswered prayers were actually answered differently. He said no to the small so he could say yes to the great. He delayed the temporary so he could give you the eternal. He closed the wrong doors so he could open the right ones. Your prayers were not ignored. They were upgraded. 6. Why you had to suffer. God is revealing that the suffering was not pointless. It was shaping you. It was strengthening you. It was preparing you for what is coming. The pain you endured made you who you are. The struggles you faced built character you could not have gained any other way. The suffering was not cruelty. It was craftsmanship. 7. What is coming next? God is revealing that what is coming is greater than what has been. The best is not behind you. It is ahead of you. The breakthrough you have been praying for is closer than you think. The doors that have been closed are about to open. The answers you have been seeking are about to arrive. The waiting is over. The revelation is here. The future is bright. Chosen one, these 7 things are not general promises. They are specific. They are for you. They are being revealed right now. Type, I receive the revelation in the comments. Party 8, the activation prayer. Before we close, pray together. This is not a ritual. This is activation. This is not religious performance. This is spiritual reality. Put your hand on your chest. Right now. Feel your heartbeat. That is your spirit. That is the part of you that has been waiting for this moment. Pray these words out loud. Do not just read them. Speak them. Let your voice carry them into the spiritual realm. Let your declaration be heard in heaven. Father, I thank you. You waited for this moment. Not because you forgot me. Because you were preparing me. You waited through the silence. You waited through the tears. You waited through the confusion. You waited through the nights when I thought you had abandoned me. But the waiting is over. The silence is breaking. The moment has arrived. I stop asking why. I stop replaying the painful memories. I stop listening to voices that are not from you. I stop waiting for perfect conditions. I stop letting fear make my decisions. I stop doubting that you are speaking to me. I start believing that the waiting was worth it. I start expecting revelation. I start living like the waiting is over. I receive the 7 things you are revealing to me. Why I had to wait. Why they left. Why the doors closed. Why I felt alone. Why my prayers seemed unanswered. Why I had to suffer. What is coming next? I trust your timing. I trust your plan. I trust your love. You have never failed me. You have never left me. You have never stopped working on my behalf. Archangel Michael, I thank you for delivering this message, for standing guard over my revelation, for waiting until I was ready to receive it. I declare, the waiting is over. God is speaking. I am listening. The revelation is here. I receive everything He has been waiting to tell me. Amen. Now sit in silence for 30 seconds. Just feel. Just breathe. Just be. Do not try to figure out what is coming. Do not try to understand everything at once. Do not try to rush the revelation. Just receive. Feel the weight of the waiting lifting. Feel the clarity coming. Feel the answers arriving. Something just shifted. Something you cannot see. But it is real. And it is permanent. The waiting is over. God is speaking. Everything is about to change. Type, I am ready for everything in the comments. Party 9. Archangel Michael has one final message for you. Directly from him. He is standing beside you as you read these words. He has been with you through every moment of the waiting. Here is what he says. You have waited. Longer than you wanted. Harder than you expected. More painfully than anyone knows. The waiting tested your faith. It stretched your patience. It pushed you to your limits. There were moments when you wanted to give up. Moments when you questioned whether God really heard you. Moments when you wondered if the waiting would ever end. But you stayed. You kept believing. You kept praying. You kept hoping. You kept trusting. And now, the waiting is over. God waited for this moment to tell you everything. Not because he was late. Because he was right on time. Not because he forgot you. Because he was preparing you. Not because he was angry. Because he was loving you. The silence was not emptiness. It was preparation. The delay was not denial. It was positioning. The confusion was not abandonment. It was redirection. Everything you went through had a purpose. Every tear was seen. Every prayer was heard. Every moment of waiting was worth it. Now, the revelation is here. Not pieces. Not fragments. Everything. The truth about your past. The truth about your present. The truth about your future. The truth about why things happened the way they did. The truth about what is coming next. Do not be afraid of the truth. It is not here to hurt you. It is here to free you. To guide you. To empower you. The waiting is over. God is speaking. Listen. Now stand up. Straighten your back. Breathe deeply. The revelation is here. Receive it. Type in the comments, the waiting is over. I am ready for everything. Do it now. Not later. Now. The declaration. Chosen one, we have come to the final moments of this message. But for you, this is not an end. It is a beginning. The beginning of answers. The beginning of clarity. The beginning of revelation. The beginning of everything God has been waiting to tell you. I want you to say something out loud. Right now. Wherever you are. Even if you have to whisper it. Even if your voice shakes. Even if you are crying. Say it anyway. Say this. The waiting is over. Not because time passed. Because God decided it was time. I stop asking why. I stop replaying the painful memories. I stop listening to voices that are not from God. I stop waiting for perfect conditions. I stop letting fear make my decisions. I stop doubting that God is speaking to me. I start believing that the waiting was worth it. I start expecting revelation. I start living like the waiting is over. I receive the 7 things God is revealing to me. Why I had to wait. Why they left. Why the doors closed. Why I felt alone. Why my prayers seemed unanswered. Why I had to suffer. What is coming next? The waiting was not wasted. The silence was not empty. The delay was not denial. God was preparing me. God was protecting me. God was positioning me. Now the waiting is over. God is speaking. I am listening. Everything is about to change. I am ready. I am ready for the truth. I am ready for the revelation. I am ready for everything God has been waiting to tell me. Say it again. Let it sink into your spirit. Let it push out the doubt. Let it replace the fear. Let it become your new declaration. Chosen one, you have been living in the waiting for too long. Not because God was late. Because you were not ready. But now you are ready. The waiting was not a punishment. It was a preparation. The silence was not abandonment. It was protection. The delay was not denial. It was positioning. Everything you went through had a purpose. Every tear was seen. Every prayer was heard. Every moment of waiting was worth it. Now, the revelation is here. Not pieces. Not fragments. Everything. The truth about your past. The truth about your present. The truth about your future. The truth about why things happened the way they did. The truth about what is coming next. Do not be afraid of the truth. It is not here to hurt you. It is here to free you, to guide you, to empower you. The waiting is over. God is speaking. Listen. Chosen one, I want you to visualize something. See yourself standing at the edge of a vast ocean. The water represents everything God has been waiting to tell you. It is deep. It is wide. It is full. You have been standing on the shore, looking out, wondering when you would be allowed to enter. But now God is saying, step in. The water is not too deep. The current is not too strong. I am with you. Step in. Do not be afraid. Do not hesitate. Do not hold back. Step in. Receive the revelation. Receive the answers. Receive everything God has been waiting to tell you. The waiting is over. Step in. Type, I am stepping in the comments. Archangel Michael has one final message for you. Directly from him. He is standing beside you as you read these words. He has been with you through every moment of the waiting. Here is what he says. The waiting is over. Not because time passed. Because God decided it was time. He waited for this moment. Not because he forgot you. Because he was preparing you. Not because he was late. Because he was right on time. Not because he was angry. Because he was loving you. The silence was not emptiness. It was preparation. The delay was not denial. It was positioning. The confusion was not abandonment. It was redirection. Everything you went through had a purpose. Every tear was seen. Every prayer was heard. Every moment of waiting was worth it. Now, the revelation is here. The answers are here. The truth is here. Do not be afraid of what God is about to show you. It is not here to hurt you. It is here to free you. It is here to guide you. It is here to empower you. The waiting is over. God is speaking. Listen. Not with your ears. With your spirit. Not with your mind. With your heart. Not with your logic. With your faith. God is speaking. Can you hear him? His voice is gentle. His voice is clear. His voice is filled with love. He is saying, I am proud of you. You did not give up. You did not walk away. You kept believing. You kept trusting. You kept hoping. And now, the waiting is over. Receive his words. Let them sink into your spirit. Let them heal the wounds of the waiting. The waiting is over. The revelation is here. Everything is about to change. Now stand up. Straighten your back. Breathe deeply. The waiting is over. God is speaking. Listen. Type in the comments, the waiting is over. I am listening. I am ready for everything. Do it now. Not later. Now. You made it to the end. Most people did not. Most people scrolled away. Most people are still waiting. Still wondering. Still questioning. Still stuck in the silence. But you stayed. Because you knew the waiting was not forever. Because you believed that God had something to tell you. Because you trusted that this moment would come. Now it is here. The waiting is over. God is speaking. Everything is about to change. Subscribe. Turn on the bell. The next message reveals exactly what God has been waiting to tell you. One final time, type I am ready in the comments. Then share this with someone who is still waiting. Go. The waiting is over. God is speaking. Listen.